Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I know that this isn't the average Luke 10 video, but since Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 came out yesterday at the time of this recording, I thought why not show viewers what to expect on their private pilot check ride in the sim. From my knowledge, all you have to do is a lap in the pattern at the airfield you selected to start your career in. I really haven't seen too many videos on people reviewing what to do to pass their check ride in the sim, so this will be a guide on how to do so. If you guys like these kinds of videos, please don't hesitate to tell me in the comment section down below. I'd really love to hear everybody's input. Whether it be me posting my check ride videos so that then you guys can see how I do mine and then hopefully pass yours, or me just doing interesting flights flying around the sim and just going to really cool places. Thankfully this is a one-time purchase and you can take your private pilot check ride however many times you want in the sim. It costs 2,000 credits for the check ride and you get a total of 5,000 credits when you first download the sim. I've only done a couple of the private pilot training sections. It's not required to do the training, but it really is a big help. One of the very big things that I've noticed in the training and the check ride is that it's very exact. What I mean is that in the training, I had to be very precise with my movements, but in the check ride, it wasn't so bad. Overall, you don't have to be too exact in your check ride, as you're about to see here. I used to play Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 a lot and have accumulated around 1,000 hours. Now I fly for real and haven't been flying as much in the sim as I used to. A little spoiler alert, I got an A on this check ride, and you're about to see the numerous phases of confusion and mistakes that come into play. My point is, if a washed Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 player can get an A, so can you. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, walking out to the aircraft. Really cool walking out animation. First check ride in the sim.
It's time.
It is time.
Your first ever check ride. Start by removing the covers and chocks, then join me inside.
Alright, I gotta just do this quick pre-flight for the DPE here. I'm gonna take off the engine covers. Go to the static port. Take off the pitot cover. Take away the chocks. Okay, now we're in the aircraft, and I gotta start it up. Press Control and E. Alright, let's do that now. Alright, there's the engine.
Your goal is to complete a left-hand traffic pattern, respecting the flight path and all required speeds.
Alright, it's just a lap in the pattern. That's a very scary looking DP.
Now, show me the best traffic pattern that you've got.
Alright, I'll definitely do that for you, Miss DP. I will give it my best shot. Alright, so we'll start out with just releasing our parking brake, and we will announce our taxi.
Kilo Papa Hotel, Kilo Traffic Cessna, November 25165, is taxiing to runway tree 6.
Alright, definitely interesting radio call, but, you know, it's fine. Alright, let's start moving here. Alright, let's give it a little bit of power here. Want to stay under 1200. I don't want to have a Miss DP fail me. I've done the first solo section a couple of times. I've noticed that it wants me to be very precise and exact with my movements. Even if I'm a not too high or not too low on final or just taking off, it'll take points off from what I've seen. But then again, that's just what I've been seeing in the first solo section. I'm not sure about the check ride. Alright, we're going to hold short of the runway here and make our radio call.
Kilo Papa Hotel, Kilo Traffic Cessna, November 25165, taking off runway tree 6 left, closed traffic.
Alright, one lap in the pattern, it's got to be a good one. Really don't want to fail. Let's put the mixture in and let's get lined up here. Alright, let's get lined up with the center line here. And go to full power. There we go, airspeed's coming alive. Staying on the center line. Half inch back. And we're gonna rotate. Gotta make sure I'm very precise with this, and we're up. Let's push the nose down just a little bit so we gain our airspeed. And once we get out of ground effect, we're going to pitch for 74. Alright, now we're in the upwind and we're going to climb to 500 feet. There it is, and now we're going to make that left crosswind. I just have to make sure that I stay in the cyan colored boxes here. I'm sure if I don't go through them, I will definitely lose a lot of my points. I definitely don't want to go over 1,000 feet here. I'm going to pull the power back to about 2100 RPM. Now we're on the left crosswind. Alright, made it there. Now we're going to turn downwind, stay at 1,000 feet. Alright, let's start making that downwind turn here, and I'm also just realizing that this water is beautiful. This is a serious upgrade from 2020. I can't wait to go down to the Florida Keys or the Bahamas to see how blue the water is. Alright, we're just going to keep 1,000 feet, and we're also midfield right now. Let's bring our power back to about 1,700 RPM. Let's make our radio call, and I'm going to wait until 80 knots to put my first notch flaps down.
1 miles west 1,000 feet inbound to land runway tree 6.
Alright, we're coming up on 80 here. We're going to put my first notch flaps down. Really don't want my points to go away if I put them down too early. And I should also start thinking about turning base here. I see the cyan boxes. Definitely don't want to overshoot those. Alright, we're in the turn now, and I'm just going to keep it coming down. I also want to make sure that I keep 75 knots with my first notch of flaps down. As my second notch of flaps go down here, I'm going to look to see where the runway is, and I'm going to turn final. Also, don't forget to make that radio call. Really don't want any points taken off.
Cessna, November 25165 is on final runway tree 6 to land.
And that's nice, we overshot the runway just a little bit. Let's try to get lined up here again. And we're going to just try to hold 65 here. I really don't want to use any power here. I don't know if it's going to take off any points. I really hope I'm doing well. I'm just barely higher than the glide slope. I also don't want to hit the tops of these trees. Alright, now we're on the glide slope, practically just tree surfing here. As I'm going over these trees and now I'm over the flat surface, I know I'm going to sink. Really just need to make sure I don't get too slow. And I'm going to look down the end of the runway. Start rounding out at 6 feet. Really wish I was sitting up a little bit higher so I could see the end of the runway. And that was a nice touchdown. Now we just need to make sure that I keep the back pressure in. Here comes the nose wheel. And just like that, we're safe back on the ground. And hopefully I pass the check ride. Alright, let's exit here. We're going to follow the yellow line. And we're going to clear the runway. And there we go, past the hold short bars. Now we're going to clean up. We'll lean the mixture about 2 inches, and we're going to bring the flaps up. And now we're just going to announce our intentions on the radio.
Kilo Papa Hotel, Kilo Traffic Cessna, November 25165 is taxiing.
It's a very intimidating look from the DPE. I don't know if that's a good look or a bad look. Alright, I see the blue box ahead of us. That's our parking spot. I don't know where my blue arrows went, but I'm still just going to try to make our way back. Alright, there's 2 entrances here. I'm going to go down a little bit farther. Looks like the spot's in the next aisle over. Okay, the planes are facing the opposite direction. I don't think I'm going to get out and push the aircraft. I think I missed the turn. Okay, definitely not a very good look for my check ride, but, you know, one of the very, hopefully, few mistakes that I made shouldn't be a huge issue. Alright, yeah, this is looking a lot better. I guess I just have to go through these aircraft here. Yeah, it looks like I hopefully have enough room. Alright, let's get lined up in the parking spot here. And we're also just going to kill this idiot who's walking out in front of a moving aircraft. Okay. I gotta put the parking brake on. And now we gotta shut down. I hope I passed. I think I did. I don't think I did that bad. Alright, let's pull the mixture here. Let that shut down.
Congratulations. You're on your way to become one hell of a pilot.
Thank you, DP. I appreciate it. Hey, we passed. Oh, and with an A. Wow, I wasn't expecting an A. Look at that. Well, you know what? I'll take it. Respect the taxi path. Oh yeah, I didn't do that too well. Everything else I did pretty well on, though. Alright, well, that's the end of the video. I hope everyone enjoyed, and once again, don't hesitate to comment your thoughts on this video, and if you want to see more content like this. If anybody has any questions or suggestions, I'd love to hear them. But yeah, overall, I just hope that everybody enjoyed my guide on how to get your private pilot license, and how a washed Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 player can get it just like you. If only check rides were this easy in real life.